Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Kathi here. Welcome to Miss Kathi's Corner. Every day I will be posting something that will be extra. It's completely optional. It's not part of your daily work, but something so that we can communicate and you can still see our faces so you don't forget what we look like. And also just a way of connecting with you all because we certainly do miss you a very lot. So what we're going to do today, if you happen to follow this video, is we're going to do a read aloud. And I picked this book today. I know we have not read this one in class yet. Luckily, I have a lot of books at home, so over the next few weeks, we can absolutely get some great read alouds in. I picked this book today because it kind of hits close to home because I haven't been in the classroom with you all, but I've been spending a lot of time with my dog, Champ. As you all know, he's my golden retriever. And you know what? Maybe at the end, he's lying down over there. Maybe he can make a short appearance and you all will get to see him. If not, I can, because sometimes he gets grumpy. I'll insert a picture of him at the end. So today's book is called Mogie, the Heart of the House by Kathi Appelt. Let's get started. I know you aren't all here in front of me and I greatly miss that, but I have an I wonder question myself. So let's actually take a second to think about an I wonder question that you might have about just the cover of this book, or you know what, maybe you have this book at home and you've already read it and you're thinking about what perhaps happened in this book. My I wonder question for this book is, I wonder what it means to be the heart of the house. What Kathi Appelt, as the author, means by that. So let's delve in and take a look. Mogie, the heart of the house. Adjust this so you all can see better. Right in the heart of the big city is a very special house. I wonder which that house. Oh, I bet it's that one. I also wonder what big city that is. Maybe New York City. It has high to the sky ceilings and large, cushy sofas. It has a well-stocked library and a big, big kitchen. It has an indoor treehouse and an enormous fireplace. The families who stay at the special house come from all over the world. They bring their children with them. Very interesting. On the tree, it says Naomi's Treehouse. Imagine if you had that in your house. Oh, goodness. Many hours would be spent in there. I know that for sure. So I'm wondering already what type of house this is, because it looks like it's not just one family that lives in it. It's a bunch of different families. So let's take a look. Including Gage. Gage was once a ball-throwing, race-running, back-flipping boy. Give Gage a tune and he'd make up silly rhymes for it. Give Gage a windy day and he'd fly a kite, which is interesting because we just learned, before we went on break, we learned about kites. Give Gage a beach and he'd build a sandcastle that scraped the sky. That Gage, everyone said, he's got mojo. Who wouldn't love a boy like that? Boys and girls, mojo. Mojo is, to put it in a way that you probably all will understand, it's like a superpower. It's what makes you have something special, right? So you all have mojo, and we've actually talked about superpowers too. So maybe you're thinking about something that you're really good at, or something that makes you, makes you special, which everybody has one. But one day, Gage got sick. He was too sick for ball throwing, race running, and back flipping, too sick for rhymes and kites and sandcastles. And that is why his family came to the very special house in the heart of the big city. Like any other house, the house in the big city has house rules. Healthy eating, afternoon napping, peace and quieting. I like those 3 rules. Maybe you all don't, but Miss Kathi does. Ooh, the last one. No puppies. I don't like that rule. Thumbs down if you like that, if you don't like that rule. Meanwhile, not too far away, there was a cozy house. It had a tiny bedroom with a box full of chew toys. It had a nice warm kitchen. And guess what else it had? Puppies. A passel of puppies. A passel, boys and girls, is a pack or a group of things. A passel of puppies. I like that's an alliteration when something starts with the same letter, right? Passel and puppies both start with P. 2 puppies set out to be service dogs. We know what service dogs are, right? So this man is visually impaired. So those dogs are doing him a service by leading him around town. They're able to fetch things for him. Service dogs are very smart dogs. 3 puppies signed up for search and rescue. Wow. So perhaps this is when somebody gets lost and these dogs are actually the ones that they're not the first in charge, but the humans are, of course. They're leading the dogs. But they really do play a very large role in finding people because they sniff them out. 4 puppies were groomed for the show ring. Okay, so those are probably the most handsome or the prettiest of the puppies for the show ring, right? But to me, as I'm reading this book, I'm thinking all of these puppies are cute. They probably all could have been in the show ring. And then there was Mogie. Mogie was a ball-chasing, tail-wagging, moon-howling pup. Mogie tried to be a service dog. Didn't look like it went very well. He tried search and rescue. Also looks like Mogie might have had this man on his bottom by accident. He even tried the show ring. Each time he got the same report card. No way. No how. No thanks. But Mogie's heart was as true as could be. Give that dog a puddle and he'd splash. Give him a whistle and he'd roll over. Give him a rule and he'd break it, which is exactly what he did. Oh, look at that Mogie. When he walked through the doors of the very special house, he did not notice the high-to-the-sky ceilings and large, cushy sofas. He could care less about the well-stocked library and the big, big kitchen. He barely sniffed the indoor treehouse and the enormous fireplace. He completely ignored the rules. Instead, Mogie made a beeline for Gage. "Arf!" he barked. Mogie trotted to Gage's side and wagged his tail, but Gage only stared out at the sky. Mogie rolled onto his back and kicked his legs into the air. Gage stared some more. Mogie barked in 3 different keys. Different keys meaning different tones, so he probably did a high bark, "Arf!" and maybe a low bark, "Arf!" and then maybe a medium bark, "Ruff!" That Gage, everyone said, he's lost his mojo. Who wouldn't worry about a boy like that? So everybody's worried about him because they have seen Mogie trying to get his spirits up or to make him happier, and it seems like nothing's working. Not Mogie. He knew just what to do. He licked Gage's fingers. He leaned on Gage's legs. He sat beside Gage and stared out at the big blue sky. One day, when no one else was looking, Mogie chased a ball. He ran a race. He did a backflip just for Gage. And Gage, he remembered. He remembered throwing balls and running races and flipping backward. He remembered silly tunes and windy days. One night he dreamed about sandcastles that scraped the sky. And slowly, slowly, oh so slowly, Gage began to get better. So we see Gage dreaming about all the things that he used to do, and Mogie dreaming about running with Gage, his best friend. The day came when Gage was ready to leave the special house in the heart of the big city. But first, he hugged Mogie and said, "I'll never forget you." Mogie leaned against him and licked Gage's fingers. He barked in 3 different keys. Then he watched as Gage waved goodbye and walked out the door. Give that boy a tree and he'll climb it. Give him a pond and he'll feed the ducks. Give him a chance and he will take it. That Gage, everyone said, he found his mojo. So what it took for him to find his mojo again was Mogie. Mogie reminded him of all of those wonderful things, those activities that he loved to do. And although he was sick, and I'm sure that times were tough and there were some sad days, right? When we read about Grumpy Monkey, it's okay to have those sad days. But sometimes it takes someone or some animal like Mogie, or maybe your animal at your house, to remind you of all the things that you love to do. So you can find your mojo. As for Mogie, he's still there in the special house. He misses Gage, and once in a while he stares out at the sky and thinks about him. But now he has Antonia. Antonia was once a toe dancing, jump roping, cartwheel spinning girl. Antonia doesn't look very happy though. I wonder if Mogie's going to change that. That Antonia, everyone said, she's lost her cha-cha-cha. Mogie's work is cut out for him. Give this dog a bone and he'll chew it. Give him a stick and he'll fetch it. Give him a kiddo who is bluer than blue, and Mogie will be truer than true. That Mogie, everyone said, he is the heart of the house. Who wouldn't love a dog like that? Oh, what a great ending to a great book. So, boys and girls, Mogie, this is based on a true story. So when it's based on a true story, it's what? Think for a second. It's nonfiction, right? Now, there are parts of the book that I'm sure are fiction, are made up, because let's think about it. Do we know what Mogie was feeling? No, we don't, right? Because we can't talk to animals because they can't speak. But the author, Kathi Appelt, made a prediction, or she made a guess as to what Mogie would be thinking. And so she put what she thought Mogie was thinking and feeling in the book for him. But what's really interesting is that Mogie is a real dog. Mogie lives at the Ronald McDonald House in Houston. And the Ronald McDonald House is a big house that's special in all the ways that Kathi Appelt, the author, said it was special. Boys and girls of all different ages go and stay at this house when they are sick, and their families stay at the house. And Ronald McDonald House, which is owned by McDonald's, the big company, right, with the golden arches. We see it all the time, and there used to be one in Scituate, but now you have to go to, I think Smithfield is probably the closest one. They created these houses for families to stay at when their sons and daughters are sick, and they don't charge them any money to stay there because they know that they're already going through a really hard time, a tough time. And so Mogie is actually living at the Ronald McDonald House in Houston. And Houston is in, think about it for a second. This is kind of a tricky one. I think one of you said that you'd actually been to the state, though. Houston is in Texas, right? So down south in Texas, the big state of Texas. And so, you know what? Let's see. I'm going to pause this and I will be right back and I will have my dog. I'll show you Champ. Okay, so this is Champ. He looks a little, he doesn't look very happy right now. But Mr. Champ got a bath yesterday. And this is my Mogie, right? He makes me feel happy when I might be having a sad day or I might be blue. He always knows what to do to make me feel better. So now you all have a video and you can put a face to a name. This is Champy. Well, boys and girls, that was the read aloud for today. I would love it if you enjoyed the read aloud. There's a little heart button by this post in the Padlet, so maybe your mom and dad could help. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. That way, I know that you'll be enjoying read alouds, and I'll do more of those in the future. Also, there's an option to leave a note at the bottom. So maybe you have a book that you would love for me to read. I can check if you write which book it is. I can check, or you can send us an email. Either way, I can check to see if we have that book, and maybe I could read that. And I'll say, "Oh, so and so would like me to read this book." And if not, I have tons of books on my own that I would love to read. And if you just enjoyed this video, maybe you want to type a note and say, "Hi, Miss Katie. I really enjoyed the read aloud today. I would love to see more of them." And this way, I'll know what you enjoy, and we can do more of that. So thank you all for watching this video. I miss you so very much, but I hope you're enjoying this time with your family, and I hope that you're playing a lot outside. We've had a lot of nice weather, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye-bye for now.